Lately, I've been reading and hearing a lot about the recent case related to the Aravalli Hills, and it honestly makes me feel worried because these hills are not just old rocks but a living system that supports forests, wildlife, groundwater, and even the climate balance of nearby cities.
I feel the same concern, because the Aravalli Range is one of the oldest mountain systems in the world, and despite its importance, it has been continuously damaged by illegal mining, deforestation, and unplanned construction, which has now become a serious environmental issue.
Exactly, and what hurts the most is that many people still think the Aravalli Hills are useless or empty land, while in reality they act as a natural barrier against desertification and help stop the Thar Desert from spreading toward fertile regions.
Yes, and apart from preventing desert expansion, these hills also play a major role in groundwater recharge, because rainwater slowly seeps through the rocky surface and replenishes underground water, which is extremely important for cities facing water shortages.
That's why the recent case got so much attention, because it highlighted how human activities like mining and land encroachment are destroying this natural system for short-term profit, without thinking about the long-term consequences for future generations.
Absolutely, and the impact of this destruction is already visible, as we see rising temperatures, frequent dust storms, loss of biodiversity, and a decline in water levels, all of which directly affect human life, especially in nearby urban areas.
I think saving the Aravalli Hills is not just the responsibility of the government or courts, but also of common people like us, because environmental protection becomes successful only when society understands its value and acts responsibly.
I completely agree, and one of the first steps to save the Aravalli Range should be strict enforcement of environmental laws, so that illegal mining, tree cutting, and construction activities can be controlled and punished effectively.
Along with strict laws, awareness is equally important, because when people understand that these hills reduce air pollution, control climate extremes, and support wildlife, they will naturally feel motivated to protect them rather than exploit them.
That's true, and schools, colleges, and social media platforms can play a huge role in spreading awareness by educating young people about the ecological importance of the Aravalli Hills and the dangers of ignoring environmental damage.
Another important solution is large-scale afforestation, because planting native trees and restoring degraded forest areas can slowly bring back biodiversity, improve soil quality, and strengthen the natural ecosystem of the hills.
Yes, and restoring the Aravalli ecosystem will also help wildlife that has lost its natural habitat due to human interference, because animals need forests and open land to survive, migrate, and maintain ecological balance.
When forests disappear, animals move toward human settlements in search of food and water, which increases human-wildlife conflict, so protecting natural habitats is actually a way to protect both animals and people.
Exactly, and we must also focus on sustainable development, because development should not mean destruction, but rather a balance where economic growth happens without damaging nature beyond repair.
Sustainable development means using natural resources wisely, planning cities properly, and respecting environmental boundaries, which is something we often ignore in the race for rapid urbanization and industrial growth.
The recent case reminds us that ignoring nature always comes at a cost, because environmental damage does not affect only one region, but slowly impacts weather patterns, water availability, and public health across large areas.
I also feel that local communities should be involved in conservation efforts, because people living near the Aravalli Hills understand the land better and can help protect it if they are given support and alternative livelihoods.
That's a very important point, because when local people depend on illegal mining for income, simply banning activities without providing alternatives can create social problems, so sustainable employment options are necessary.
Ecotourism, forest conservation projects, and environmental monitoring can provide jobs while encouraging people to protect nature rather than destroy it for survival.
Yes, and technology can also help, because satellite monitoring, drones, and digital mapping can be used to track illegal activities and ensure transparency in environmental protection efforts.
Ultimately, the Aravalli Hills are a natural heritage, and once destroyed, they cannot be rebuilt, which is why immediate action is necessary to prevent irreversible damage.
I truly believe that if governments, environmentalists, communities, and young citizens work together with honesty and determination, the Aravalli Range can still be saved and restored for future generations.
This case should serve as a wake-up call, reminding us that nature does not belong to us, but we belong to nature, and protecting it is essential for our own survival and well-being.
Absolutely, and saving the Aravalli Hills is not just about protecting a mountain range, but about protecting life, balance, and the future of our environment.